So all 2025, Jordan brand has been going absolutely crazy. So many great pairs returning. I love seeing these OG classics. And they've been hitting us with some new stuff here and there as well, some collaborations. But as far as the future, a lot of that is unknown. We have had some 2026 early leaks surface, courtesy of ZSneakerHeadz and Sneaker Files, but you already know we can expect to see more retros returning. As far as next year, it's going to be a huge year for the Jordan 6 as they celebrate the 35th anniversary from when the 6s originally dropped all the way back in '91. So today we're going to take a look at some of those potential leaks courtesy of ZSneakerHeadz and Sneaker Files. You know, they like to hint at what pairs we can see returning, so we're going to check out that as well as take a little walk down memory lane. You're watching John Alexander TV. Salute to you for tuning in. If you guys enjoy these updates, make sure you smash the like button down below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Let's jump right into it. So we got ZSneakerHeadz over on Twitter hinting at the return of the Jordan 4 Pure Money, talking about, would you like to see the Pure Money Air Jordan 4 return with Nike Air, which I feel like that would make perfect sense. This year, we did see not only Jordan brand release the Black Cat 3s, but they also got the Pure Money 3s set to release as well. And with the fact that the Black Cat 4s are about to drop, I mean, it would only make sense to see the Pure Money 4s return as well. Now, as far as this sneaker, we saw this originally drop back in 2006, which actually had some great Jordan 4s released during that year, which we're gonna touch on here shortly, but we did see this sneaker actually make its return in retro form as the Pure Money 4s did drop in 2017. But that pair actually did feature the Jumpman on the back as well. So as far as a 2026 potential update, I'm all for it, especially it gives Jordan brand the excuse to re-release these with the Nike Air on the back. It's just a simple, clean pair of Jordan 4s, which has gained like a cult-like classic status over time. One of the big highlights would be the silver lace locks that you see featured here. So if these were set to return, they got to keep everything close to the original form, but just, of course, update that Jumpman to the Nike Air on the back. So that would definitely be a huge hit if they were to return. Now, nothing is, of course, final. These are just hinting at these possibly returning, and for everybody thinking that they're just clout chasing, you know, posting this and everything, put some respect. ZSneakerHeadz as well as Sneaker Files have definitely been holding things down as far as sneaker leaks. This is their most recent post talking about which shoe would you like to see return, which Sneaker Files even hinted that 2 or 3 of these pairs are in the works. Most definitely. They said, myself and a handful of good people have made a push for the SAC 10s to return. My OG pair was also used in a meeting. So them boys are official. Not only did they be out at like the Jordan facilities, but apparently they be in the meetings and everything like that, giving them feedback on what pairs we should see returning. So as you take a look here at this list, I could definitely see a good amount of these pairs returning. Of course, we do know as far as the Jordan 6s, that's going to be a big year. We're going to see a whole bunch of Jordan 6s returning as they're celebrating the 35th anniversary from when that shoe originally dropped. We already know of them infrared black sample joints dropping, so I feel like the white infrareds are definitely needing of a retro release. The last time they dropped, the infrared shade was just like a little bit too pink, as we've seen some of the more recent infrared retros, and I would like them to really like get back to the right color on them joints, bro, like, because they're definitely heat. A lot of people rock with the infrared 6s, whether you're going with the black or the white pair, you can't go wrong. As far as these storm blue ones, it would be a great opportunity for Jordan brand to bring these back, of course, with the 85 cut. I would personally like to see them, you know, maybe do something, reimagine on that sneaker, but it seems like as of lately, the audience kind of isn't really rocking with the reimagines. But yeah, those are definitely overdue to return. True Blue 3s, a classic, an OG. We saw Jordan rocking them during his time with the Wizards as well. So that's definitely fitting to see those return. Haven't seen them joints in a little minute. Now this next pair, if we're talking Jordan 4s, we just talked about the Pure Moneys, but I would love to see them bring these laser 4s back. They did drop them in a black laser, as well as another one, I believe, but these were definitely iconic. Some of the more rare Jordans that we saw drop back in the day. I think when these first dropped, I want to say it was like, what, 2004 or something like that. I remember as my time back in the day, these were like crazy, but like a sneaker I never imagined being able to get my hands on, but have always just admired these joints. So definitely would love to see these return. Personally, you already know I would prefer to see the black pair, but the white lasers are definitely clean as well. We touched on the 6s. Now, as far as Jordan 7s, you already know 2027, they're going to be celebrating the anniversary of that sneaker. So I feel like it's definitely time for Jordan brand to kind of ease some 7s into the 2026 mix here. We have the Raptors pair, which did drop for that DMP pack. to play off the OG pair. And then you got the Bordeaux 7s, which out of everything, when we're talking Jordan 7s, that's one I got many fond memories of rocking back in the day. And when you talk about all-time favorite Jordans, like just out of any Jordan period, like you got to throw those up there. Well, for me personally. And then when you talk about Jordan 7s, I would say that's personally my favorite pair. Just a dope sneaker which just screams 90s vibes as far as like the colorway and everything like that, as well as an OG release as well. Now you also have these charcoal 9s, which I can't even tell you the last time Jordan Brand brought them joints out the vault. That's overdue, most definitely. 9s are kind of underappreciated, I would say. I think that would be a perfect time to drop those 2026, like around the fall, just because I feel like it's more of like a winter type of sneaker, if that makes any sense. And then you got the Sac 10s, man. These are these special city editions, which they were releasing back when the 10s originally dropped, you know, representative of various Jordan Brand athletes signed at the time. So with the Sac 10s, I guess that would be Representative Mitch Richmond, which I want to say he was a Jordan Brand athlete. I'm not really sure on that one. We're kind of just going right off the dome. But as far as these pairs returning, I think it's definitely overdue for a lot of these to return. And Sneaker Files even confirmed themselves 2 or 3 of these pairs are in the works. So I would say most definitely them 6s are automatically coming back. But as for everything else, I feel like it's up in the air. I feel like the 6s definitely got a good chance to come back. 7s as well, like, you know what I mean? For some reason, I just feel like Jordan Brand's gonna have a big push for the 7s. And then when it comes to 1s, 2s, or 1s, 3s, and 4s, those are always in the Jordan Brand rotation. But for them to bring back a rare pair like the Lasers, that would definitely be one that I think would make a lot of noise. But 1s to return is always a sure bet. Jordan 3s to return, always a sure bet. So out of all of these pairs pictured here, which ones would you like to see return the most? Now, as we mentioned earlier, we talked about these Pure Money 4s. That would be super dope to see those return. But this sneaker originally dropped back in 2006, which was a very important time for Jordan 4 releases. So let's take a little walk down memory lane as we take a look back at the Jordan 4s that dropped during this year, which you got to understand, back in 2006, Jordan Brand was not flooding the market with retro release after retro release like they are doing now. So for them to drop this many 4s, it was definitely a huge year for the 4s. So as we look back here, you got the Pure Monies, which when these dropped, like nobody was really stressing about them, but over time kind of like gained a cult like following. You got the Miss Blue, which I believe we have never seen Jordan Brand retro these to this date. For me, I always felt like this was a play off the Denver Nuggets, as Melo was signed to them, a Jordan Brand athlete at that time. These were always super dope. Of course, you got the military blue 4s. You guys already know what time it is with this. The 2006 pair, I actually do remember being able to cop these. There was like no stress about grabbing these. These were just an easy pair of sneakers which you could cop back in that time, and they didn't even have no resale value or nothing like that. So they were just easy to grab. Definitely remember rocking those throughout the years. This one was an interesting one. You got the Mars Blackman joints, which of course are a play off the Fire Red 4s, but y'all see that little small little Mars Blackman? See, that was the character created by Spike Lee, which was involved in a lot of the early Jordan Brand promos during the Do the Right Thing type of times. You guys know what's happening with those. Those were definitely really cool to see return as well. And then here you got the Black Cats, which we're gonna see those making a return this year. Just like the Pure Monies, just a simple, you know, tonal pair of Jordan 4s, which at one point, you know, nobody cared about, but then like quickly afterwards, these ones gained a cult-like following as well. You got the Tour Yellows, which I don't think we've seen Jordan Brand bring those back as well. And just a fun, interesting fact about the Tour Yellows is that these are actually classified under the Rare Air series. Series of Jordans, which we saw make a return in a huge way this year. In the past, we saw Jordan Brand just like kind of sprinkle in the Rare Air pairs here and there. So I guess this one would get the Rare Air moniker due to the fact it's not an OG colorway. And they also did use a little speckle in the yellow, as you guys see right here. So bro, those were definitely dope and well overdue to see a retro. We never seen them joints retro, man. That's wild. And then of course you got the Thunders, which we saw make a return, as well as the Lightning. So what was up with Jordan Brand using a lot of yellow on their 4s in 2006? So out of all of these pairs pictured here, I mean, of course, the Pure Monies would be a great candidate to see return. Resale prices are going crazy on those, but we've seen the military blues return. I mean, we've seen the Fire Red 4s, they're supposed to return as well this year with a Nigel pair, so maybe we don't need to see the Mars Blackmans. We got the Black Cat 4s return, and recently we just got these Thunders as well as the Lightning. So Tour Yellows right here, as well as Miss Blues are definitely up for a retro. And if I had to pick between the two, you know what? I might go with the Tour Yellows, which happen to be part of the Rare Air series. So with Jordan Brand, you know, every year we see the retros returning. ZSneakerHeadz is hinting that these Pure Moneys, more so than likely, will be returning. So for the 2026 lineup, man, let me know, what pairs would you like to see return? We know we're going to see a whole bunch of Jordan 6s, but out of Jordan 4s, man, which pairs would you like to see return? And let me know if y'all have any fond memories of 2006, a great year for Jordan Retro. So John Alexander TV, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll catch you guys for the next episode. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.